Are we live? Are we live, guys? Somebody let me know in the chat if we are live. I was having a couple of issues with YouTube working, so I don't know what's going on now. Hopefully, we are live. I think YouTube is broken. I think we're live though. There we go. Now I'm seeing the chat. YouTube's broken, man. It's acting up. It's not moving fast. Like it took a while for the chat to pop up, but we did it. We're here. Let's get this over here. All right, man. Let's see. I gotta fix something because what's it called? I had the chat working and everything, and then I had to start a new stream, and my chat is showing the old stream's chat. So give me a second here as I try to figure this out. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. Here we go. So I got the chat up. I got everything up. Sorry guys again. Not my fault. Really was trying to get live on at the right time and YouTube was giving me problems with the last stream. I don't know why. I don't know what I did that made it so mad at me, but we're here now. Guys, there's a lot to talk about, man. Stuff that I didn't get to really talk about myself. Stuff that Andy and I do need the Armenian tech support, man. The Armenian tech support is working right now. I actually tried him. I tried him, and he's like, "Dude, I'm at work. I can't help right now." But he did his best. Like he did get on and show me a couple things for like 5 seconds, and then he had to go back to work. Um, what I want to say is, let's start the conversation with Bruno first, and then later on, I'm gonna have you guys call in. Nelson, it's nice to see you, man. I'm gonna have you guys call in so we can talk about it together. But let me get a little bit of what's on my mind off my chest first, because I think that when you guys see the Three Devils podcast? Hopefully, you guys saw it. That portion of the podcast was what got the most comments, the most everything, the most engagement, and it was very polar. It was either you don't know what you're talking about, Bruno's our best player, or we're gonna drown if we lose him, or it was, yeah, Andy's wrong. Andy doesn't know what he's talking about. James and Samix are right. But it's what I try to say to one of the responses was that there's no way to find out who's right or wrong. There really isn't. This is just a matter of opinion, because the man is the best player on the squad, but also he's aging. He takes a lot in wages, and him being there might be slowing down our rebuild, let's say. The way I see it is that I thought we were going to rebuild the squad and go for a championship run in 2028, 2029, or 2027, 2028. Doesn't matter. In 2 seasons or 3 seasons. I just don't see a 34-year-old Bruno being the man to lead that run. I just don't see it. Now, I want to get you guys on in a little bit and we can talk about it together because it's always nice to hear other opinions. But I really want you to think about, we're not going for a Premier League title run next season. We might be going for a Premier League title run in 2 seasons. So is a 33, 34-year-old Bruno going to be the one to lead us there? Or do we need to start thinking about that too? Does that make sense? Because next year, I don't think next season's, let's say we finish 4th place next season. I don't think that's going to be bad. I think people would be happy with that. But the following season, people are going to be expecting a title run, an actual title run. Are we doing that with Bruno? And then if we're doing that with Bruno, how many title runs are we going to put together in a row before we get there? I mean, look at Arsenal and how many title runs they've had, and they haven't won one yet. We might need to make a title run for 2 or 3 seasons in a row before we actually get over the hump and win one. That's where I'm coming from. I believe that's where James is coming from, but I don't want to speak for him. And then the other thing we said was things like when Bruno's on the pitch and we're in desperate need of a goal, too many people rely on him. We're over-reliant on Bruno. And maybe, again, people seem to interpret what I'm saying into like, I want Bruno gone today. I don't want Bruno gone today. I want Bruno to be considered to be replaced this coming summer. I think we need him for this season to help us get into a Champions League spot. He's he's the key player to help us do that. If he's playing well, we win. We said that on the podcast. If he's playing well, we win. And we're going to need him to play well a lot of times if we're going to make it to the top 4 or 5 to get into a Champions League spot. I just don't know if that's the same vibes or the same thing I would want happening next season. I kind of want to see what we can do with a different midfield, see what the system looks like with a different midfield, and see what our team looks like when the ball is shared a little bit more. That's where I'm coming from when it comes to that. The other topic we're going to talk about today is Kobbie Mainoo. The manager was super classy today on the in the press conference. The manager came out and said, hey, Kobbie wasn't the one wearing the shirt, so Kobbie's not going to get punished for anything his brother did. I thought that was a super classy thing the manager said. And by the way, if you guys are going to join me in the show, the link is in the description of this video. In the description of the video, there's a link right at top. Click on that, and you'll be in the show so we can talk. But anyways, the manager had a super classy response. He said that he's not going to hold it against Kobbie. Kobbie won't be playing and or sitting on the bench because of that shirt. I thought it was actually really cool of Amram to respond that way. And there's one other thing that he said about the academy players in general, not just about Kobbie, is about the entitlement thing. He said the players feel entitled where they can just respond to the manager by posting photos and things of that nature. Guys, that has to change. Like, our young players get spoiled too much because of us fans. It's us fans that blow them up and hype them up way too early and way too much. And that has to change. We need to do a better job of not hyping them. They haven't done anything yet. So they don't really deserve all this hype that we're giving them. They haven't done anything. Now somebody will say, well, he played in a European final in the Euros or whatever for England. Bro, that's a different midfield with 2 top class midfielders playing alongside him that can cover his back, that can watch out for the kid, pass him the ball in the right areas and make themselves available in the right areas. And also, you guys know how I talk about different leagues. I always say that the EPL is like playing blitz chess, which some people have already corrected me and said that blitz chess isn't what you said it was. But you get the point. You have to make your moves faster. You have to think faster. And then I say Serie A and La Liga are slower leagues where you have more time to think, more time to make a decision, more time before you make your move. Guys, national tournaments is even slower than Serie A and La Liga. So if somebody's doing good on a national team, even at the World Cup, it's not the same as playing in the EPL. And James Rodriguez was so good at the World Cup, and he wasn't that good at league play. I'm not saying he was bad, but that's just one example. There's been plenty of examples where a national team will do so well in a national tournament, and then as soon as those players go to their league teams, you don't see them performing the same way, except for some bright sparks. I'm not saying that across the board, but you understand what I'm saying. You understand that when you're playing for your national team, you're playing against teams that haven't practiced together as much as league teams do. They're going to be a little bit slower. Their movements are going to be a little bit slower, and you're going to have more time. Kobbie did amazing in that circumstance, and that doesn't mean Everything I'm saying now doesn't mean that I believe Kobbie Mainoo can't play in the Premier League. So don't interpret what I'm saying as this ultra negative thing. All I'm saying is he did well with two great midfielders alongside him in a setting where he had more time and more space to work with. I hope he develops into a fantastic player, but we blow these people up way too much. We give these academy players way too much hype. There's only one kid that I know of that's that young that actually deserves all the accolades and to be blown up, and that's Lamine Yamal. And I don't even like that kid's attitude, but that kid's got talent, and it's oozing out of every pore. That kid's talent is on showcase every time he touches the ball. I can't really say that about Kobbie Mainoo or any other young kid for that matter. So I'm not picking on Kobbie Mainoo here. Most normal people have to develop. Cristiano Ronaldo needed time to develop. You could tell there was talent there. You could tell Cristiano had it in him to become great, but he had to put in the work and become great. Um, and I think that's where Kobbie's at. Kobbie's got to fight. Kobbie's got to put in the work. Stay the extra hours after training with the ball, go to the gym, but other than the gym, just keep working on the ball. But also, the thing that I think he lacks the most is the sense of danger. So that's hard to work on by yourself after training. That's something you have to work on during training, during those five-a-side games. You got to be a little bit more disciplined and also maybe hire a coach to work with to help you with that. Or maybe our coaches need to stay after and help him with that. Help him understand how to scan, how often to scan when we're out without the ball, where to look first, where to look for danger first before deciding to take a position on the field. Anyways, guys, I want you guys to start to call in. Let's get into a panel discussion. That's kind of like what I'm looking forward to in these lives. I don't ever get to talk to you guys. So let's get into a panel discussion and call in there. Don't pay attention to some of the, like this welcome and introduction, the thing in the graphics. Don't pay too much attention to that as we're trying to figure things out here. What happened? Did somebody do a super chat? No. So, even at Manchester United, Kobbie got his spotlight only under Bruno's mercy. His winner at the FA Cup final proves that. He took his chance at the FA Cup final. He did fine. But I don't know how this helps the kid when everybody sits and gives him excuses, right? I don't know how it helps the kid when we're saying things like, no matter what, he's in Bruno's shadow. No matter what, he's got all the odds stacked against him. I don't know how that helps the situation, man. Like, for me, the situation should be like, yo, keep fighting. Like, it doesn't matter if the odds are stacked up against you. Keep fighting. The FA Cup tournament is going to start soon. He's going to get more opportunities to play. And with every opportunity, he needs to show the manager that I'm not the guy you put on the bench. That's his job, right? Like, his job is to prove to the manager, I'm not the guy that you put on the bench. Does that make sense? All right. Sorry. Just trying to get the chats up again. It's kind of not working. Where's the link? The link is in the description of the video. The link is in the description of the video. I'm waiting for you guys to come in and I'll put you on the show. So the link is in the description of the video. Easy to find. And if you want, I'll even put it in the chat. Let's put it in the chat. There's a link. Click on that, let me know, and we'll get you in and we'll talk, man. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Wish I could join, but I'm at work. No problem, Nightwing. I know you told me already you were going to be at work. Let me know if you guys tried the link and it didn't work for you for some reason. True about Portugal, this World Cup would hopefully set an example for when teams grew beyond their talisman. That's very big about Portugal, actually. Yes, they need to get past, depending on Cristiano to score all the goals. You could see something similar to that Portugal now. Yep, that's what we're all talking about. I love that. I have a lot of Portuguese guys that show up in my comments and my what do you call it? Yeah, Marcus, I don't blame you, man. It didn't. The first stream page didn't work, so I had to start another one. But I have a lot of Portuguese. Uh, what happened? I have a lot of Portuguese people who actually show up in my comments and watch my videos, and it actually always makes me feel good because it kind of lets me know that I'm on the right track when I speak about Ruben Amorim. Because who better than actual sporting fans to tell me if I'm saying something wrong? I was actually hoping to get someone from Lisbon on the show today, but he might be busy. He said he was going to try to join, so hopefully he will get in here. Let's see. Has Toby is here? Hey Toby, what's up, man? Let me see if I can change this layout. There you go.
Yeah. What's up, man?
What's up? Talk to me, dude. So tell me, out of everything you heard me say, what's good, what's bad, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think personally, the Kobbie Mainoo thing, and the Bruno thing as well. I don't feel like Bruno should go yet. I think I still have the same opinion as before. The opinion which I actually took from you the other day when we had a discussion with Jarvis, I think. Which is I feel like Bruno should be used as for a specific purpose. Like you guys said, is very good when it comes to counter attacking system. I do believe that we should bring somebody in, but I don't feel we should just flip the system because sometimes you might bring someone in and you're just not getting the system in the sense that you're bringing somebody in, they're not getting it right just yet, and because now you've sold Bruno, you just have to stick with that till it works. How about if you still add Bruno and let the person warm into the team? I think that would be better for everybody because yeah, I understand the monetary aspect. If you sell Bruno now, you'll probably get a lot more money for him. But at the same time, you I feel the future of the club is more important than that. And I feel like the future of the club would be better if we still add Bruno. And I do think that Mino could have been the person, but it doesn't just seem to want to work at it. Like get the Maguire spirit, fight for it even when you're down, even when you're off the team. Like fight for that like you want to start. I think he's too focused on the World Cup right now.
Who do you think is too focused on the World Cup? Are we talking about Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's too concerned with whether or not he's going to play for the national team, which there's no guarantee he would play for the national team even if he got game time. I think that the midfield for England right now is really really strong. It might be the strongest midfield we've seen since the Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard days. Um, so I don't even know if he would even get on that squad. But I think first I want to say thank you to Hammer 8793 for your super chat, man. I really appreciate it. And he says prioritizing favorite players over the club is crazy. We need a collective group of players who have a winning attitude, not a me toxic mindset. And I think maybe he's also talking about Kobe. So this is the perfect time to read out that chat. But I don't look. It's a hard place to be when you're a professional player and you have to think about your own career. But I also think that maybe he's thinking about his own career at a little bit of an early stage in his development. I think that if next season Kobe doesn't get a lot more playing time, I would start demanding to leave myself. If that's, I think you, Toby, maybe you would agree with that. You would think that's fair. But I
Yeah, I
think
think so.
this, yeah, right. And this season should be a season where he puts his head down, and like you said about Maguire, like the manager has said over and over again about Casemiro, prove the manager wrong, right? Like that's I think that's what you were saying too, right, Toby?
Yeah.
Toby, by the way, where are you, man? I keep hearing a rooster crowing in the background.
It's Nigeria,
Where,
man. It's Nigeria. That's what we deal with here.
Nigeria, you guys? I was like that. I could hear a rooster in the background. I'm tripping out, going like, "Where is this guy?" That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to let you know that
You
like
know, it's Christmas, so many people are just like getting roosters that they're gonna use for Christmas. So that's what's going on right now. Like,
yeah, that's cool, man. I want to tell you that I really appreciate the people from Nigeria who actually watch my channel. So I was just talking about the Portuguese followers or subscribers that I have. So when you look at my subscriber count, just I thought this was interesting. If you look at my subscriber count, I actually have most of my subscribers are from England, USA, Nigeria, and Portugal.
wow.
It's crazy. Yeah, Nigeria is the number three largest subscribers that I have in my subscriber count. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. So I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
t- what? So tell me about Bruno, man. So you said that Bruno, maybe we should take the money. I think a lot of
No,
people are afraid.
I think we should keep Bruno. I feel like, for instance, a lot of people take use Man City as an example, where you see the way they sold what was his name again, De Bruyne. I'm thinking more like, before they sold De Bruyne, Foden was already capable of taking on his shoes before they sold them. So I feel like right now we don't have anybody that would take on Bruno's shoes. And if we sell Bruno, it's just like the Onana Daher thing. We let Daher go and we got Onana thinking, yeah, it's gonna change everything. It didn't. Like, it did not. So if we let Bruno go and we don't get someone else that is gonna fill that shoes before he go, we just bring someone and expect the person to fill the shoe. We might have another Onana Daher situation.
Yeah, I that's the thing that makes me nervous too, right? It's because you guys know already. You've heard my opinion. I think we need to move on from Bruno, but the thing that's scariest is are they going to be able to replace Bruno with the right guy? Nelson, I want to welcome you to the show, man. Thank you so much for showing up. Um, it's nice to see you here. I love actually seeing you here. So tell me, man. I know you have opinions about both these issues. Let's talk Bruno. Let's talk Kobe.
Can you hear me okay? I'm hoping my mic isn't too loud.
It's actually pretty loud. Let me see if I can turn you down on my end.
How about now?
There you go. That's better.
That's better? Okay. Um, so with the Bruno, okay, let's start with Kobe first.
Okay.
Kobe, I've been Kobe's biggest fan. I've been pushing for him to at least show up in this team. I had called for adaptations. I wanted to change information just so that we can accommodate, because I do think he is one of the best young central midfielders. I think he's one of the best young players in the world right now for me. The only thing is, I think now it's time. Like, I think now it's time for him to go. I think he's done too much damage for me to even like validate him staying. That being said, it's clear that they don't want to move him. I don't know why. The club, maybe their valuation of him, clubs don't seem to meet that valuation. But I think it's time for him to just move. For Bruno, I think Bruno should have. I'm probably one of the worst people who should talk about Bruno, because I think we can replace him. We don't replace his output, but we, as a squad, we would get better. I'll give you a good example. De Gea left, as Toby said. De Gea left. We got Onana. We sucked. We brought Sen Lamens. I don't hear a lot of conversations about goalkeeping anymore.
Yep.
And that's not to say he's anywhere even near De Gea. He's nowhere near De Gea. And yet, just from the formation perspective, or how good Lamens is as a young player, he can mirror a lot of things that De Gea has. That's what you're going to find with Bruno. We won't have the mercurial saves or, the creative output of Bruno, but you might get defensively more solid. Passing is better, which is what Sen Lamens is more than De Gea. He's a better passer, not as good as a shot stopper, but a good shot stopper either way. That's what we're going to do when we replace him. And the question is, how many players will we probably buy before we get the right balance? That's up for grabs. We could have 4 or 5 players, but I don't think that anyone's irreplaceable, in my opinion. I think that's the thing that people like to say just because they're afraid of change, but I think it should move Bruno in this
Yeah,
case.
actually agree. I agree with you. Saying he is replaceable.
Mm.
My argument is, why replace him when you've not found a replacement? Why not bring the replacement in,
Mm.
try them out, see how they do. Then, when you feel you've got someone who is at least close and you feel like this person can actually wear his shoes, then you sell him.
You know what? I think that's okay. We were talking about this in the Footy with the Net channel, and we said um, Bruno's usage rate is the problem. Like people pass, they constantly give him the ball, expecting him to create. So if you do bring in a good creative midfielder, they will still look. Everyone will still be like, I know how Bruno passes the ball. I'm expecting the ball at this stage, the pace of the ball. So let me give a good example. Let's say we bring in Elliot Anderson, and Elliot Anderson is more of a slow, like he doesn't pass the ball as quickly as Bruno does. So if people are expecting the ball always into space constantly, and he's passing you directly to your feet, people will start saying, "Oh, something's off, something's off." Because when Bruno joins, everyone clicks again, and you go, "You see, Bruno's the guy." So in my opinion, I actually think Bruno should leave, so that you actually see how this team plays without a Bruno. We
Yeah,
saw this,
Toby.
and go on. Sorry, go on, Simmons.
No, no. Yeah, I think I'm just going to add on to what you're saying. Actually, I think it's hard, right? Because you see how hard it is to bench Bruno, and
Mhm.
you only have two midfield positions. So if you're thinking about bringing Bruno's replacement in first, so what are you doing with Bruno? You're putting him on the bench
Yeah.
because and that's like the most expensive player you have, the biggest wage earner you have, and you're just going to put him on the bench. Like it's just a hard, and he's the team captain. It becomes a really hard political space to navigate. Um, Yeah, it's a hard. That's a hard thing to say. Look, with any other player, I would agree with you.
Mhm.
Any other player on the squad, I would say bring the replacement first, let him learn, and then replace him. But with Bruno, the guy plays 90 minutes every single
Yeah.
game, twice a week.
And now this might be crazy, but I'm pretty sure when he signed his last contract, people had stated that he had parts of his contract that stated he has to play or he has to meet certain number of minutes. And by the way, even if it doesn't exist, the fact that he's always there and his output will always be this high, but we lack in a lot of things because of the way he plays. The pace in how he plays affects us. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's not as good as he's playing right now. The position he's playing at, it's not his preferred position. He is a 10, an elite 10. I think he's a world class 10. I think there's an argument you can make. He is the best 10 in the world. But as a 6 or an 8, I think there are multiple players who fill that position a lot better, in my opinion. I think you bring
I,
in Elliot Anderson and you'd notice a complete change in how we play.
I think what you everybody needs to realize, and this is why the hate in the comments and the polar like arguments need to stop, is that everybody who's saying, well, not everybody, but most of us, especially on this channel and on the Three Devils podcast, when we're saying maybe getting rid of Bruno is a good thing, none of us are saying it because we think Bruno is bad. Nelson is saying he's probably the best 10 in the world. That is not a bad player, right? Nelson's not
Mhm.
saying something as if Bruno he thinks Bruno's a bad player. If he's saying he's the best in the world, he definitely thinks Bruno has very good qualities. I don't understand the comments in the Three Devils podcast video. There were comments where I literally had to ban people because they were so insulting and polarizing to some of the panel that were on that show, me, James, Andy. I literally had to ban people, guys, and I've never done that before. I've been online for about 16 months now. I've never banned someone.
Mm.
And I had to ban people all because of the Bruno and this Kobbie thing. That's why this show is about those two, because I kind of just want to go, hey guys, like my opinions are my opinions, but they're not because I hate these players, nor is it because I think they're bad. Me and Nelson did not talk before this show, and Nelson pretty much laid out the argument the exact same way that I would lay it out. Where, hey, he's amazing. He's really good. I just don't know if he's our future. I
Mhm.
just don't know if he's the right guy to lead us for the next 3 seasons. and that's really I like that I'm hearing that, and I like that Toby is forming his own opinion, which is a little bit different. I just don't know how it would play out with trying to put Bruno on the bench. There is someone else in the lobby that I think it might be the first time I've ever talked to, so let's get him in and see how this works out. Marcus, you there?
Toby is forming his own.
Marcus, do me a favor. Stop.
I just don't know how.
I'm gonna mute you real quick. Marcus, you gotta stop playing the YouTube video in the background because we can hear ourselves like 10 seconds later, and only watch us on Riverside and listen to us on Riverside if that's possible. I'm gonna unmute your mic, but I'll give you another 5 seconds here before I mute your mic. But watch us on Riverside, and I'll get you back in. Toby, did I represent your beliefs correctly, bud?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Um, I see your points actually. I really do see your points, and I understand the fact that because Bruno is always available, he's very hard to drop, and the output that he brings. And I also understand, like where you're coming from with the fact that you just bring in a replacement and sell Bruno. But what I'm thinking next then is, if we're bringing in a replacement and we're selling Bruno, most of our predictions has been based on the current team structure, like with Bruno in and everything. Do you still think we'll still be on the same trajectory if we sell Bruno now and bring in a replacement?
Yes, I actually think so. And I'll tell you why. Everything, and by the way, Toby, if you don't know much about me, multiple people see me as an Amrim out guy. So 1 second and you'll understand what I mean. The trajectory of if you replace Bruno doesn't change because of two factors. One of the things I like what Amrim says is that he wants to build a squad. And one of the things that we've really struggled over the years is a collective team that actually creates chances depending on where it's coming from, either right wing, left wing, center. If you look at the Bournemouth game specifically, that's the first time I've seen us equally attacking on both wings since maybe Ole Gunnar, maybe second season or something. It's the first time I've seen that where we were properly decent on both sides. And if you look at our goals, they literally came from both sides. One cross from Dallo on one side, the number of chances Mbeumo got on the right side. If you remove Bruno, you bring in a much better DM, you're going to see a lot of improvements, like specifically defensively. Semix is one thing you said that I've been holding on to for quite a while, is the fact that we're clearly a good attacking team, but the reason why we're a good attacking team is we open up a lot of spaces, and the people we have to cover the defensive slots aren't good enough. They're not aggressive enough, or their reading of the game isn't good enough. And that's why all 4 of our goals that we conceded in the Bournemouth game were literally all through the middle. Every single one. It was genuinely ridiculous. Even the free kick from the position he was in the middle. And that's why I think if you look at long term, I don't think Bruno's here long term. I don't think anyone's considering Bruno here at 34, 35. Unless you are, Toby. Maybe I'm speaking for you. I don't know. But I don't think anyone's considering him when he's 34, 35.
Yeah, and Marcus, I'm going to unmute you now. I know I muted you earlier just to make sure you get your stuff right. Marcus, we're ready for you, man. So what do you want?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm wondering why my picture isn't showing up, but I'm great, thanks.
So what's
You
going
can
on?
hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. Go ahead and tell us what. Let me see if I can turn your picture on myself. Maybe it's something on my end.
I don't
No,
know.
your camera's on my end.
Okay. All right, never mind. Oh, look at me there. No, that's not me. Anyway, yeah, you want my opinion? You want my opinion on this? For some reason, it's going to my phone. So you want my opinion on Kobbie and Bruno?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, on Bruno, yeah, you know what? He's been looking at leaving for a couple of years, I think. Like apparently he had offers a little while ago, and two seasons ago, he had offers of clubs he can go to. This has been building for a little while, I think. And I think he's putting it out there. I think it's time for him to go. I think he realizes it. And I think that's why he did what he did. I find it odd, even though it was it was okayed by the club, that he would go that far. You know, I didn't think he would actually mention countries and stuff like that. I thought that was a little bit too much. As far as him being here, you know what? Ever since he's gotten used to his position in the last few games, he's actually been playing the best I think he's been playing. I think he's actually been carrying this team better than he has in a long, long time. But it's still, it's time to go. If you can get 65 million, he's got a release clause of 65, right?
Yep.
Take it. He's going to be 32 next year. I mean,
Actually,
he's
I think
never
it was
injured.
55. Just to correct. Hold on. I think James said it was 55.
But that's only to European clubs, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think he would go anywhere else, to be fair. I don't think he would go to Saudi or MLS or anything like that.
Oh no, that's way too early for that. He's got another 8 or 10 years before that goes. He's gonna do a Modric, you know. He's gonna be like that. But I think the position we're in, we probably need the money for a rebuild than to keep him around for 4 years until he gets old on the bench. Right?
Yeah, that's
As
fair.
for my young, do you have any response to that? Nelson, hi, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. It's been a while. I'm shocked that I don't see your face. That's why.
I know. I don't know what's going on. You know, computers, right? So I still have a dial phone. But yeah, no, I heard you talking about him, and it's time to push on and get it while it's hot. I mean, if he has a fantastic season this year, you know, like if he's getting there, get your money.
So what do you have to say about Kobbie Mainoo?
Me? Yeah. Stop whining. Stop listening to people. Pull your boots up. Don't be so effing sensitive. Realizing that the manager's giving you an opportunity and he's telling you what you need to do to play for the biggest club in the world and eventually become maybe a and not a Rashford, right? Like, I'm sorry, but
you're taking the Roy Keane approach.
oh, but absolutely. No, I'm tired of all this, as Ruben said today, entitlement. There's a lot of entitlement on in this team, and it's been going on for ages. I had an argument with someone in the comments on some thread, saying that Ruben Amorim has destroyed the culture of this club. I'm like, no, it's been going on for years. The club hasn't had culture or hasn't had it for years, right? Ruben isn't ruining Manchester United. It's already ruined, right? He's trying to build it back up. And you tell your family to shut up. I mean, it was Garnacho's brother, it was Rashford's brother, and I don't know if you remember way back before Maguire got into the trouble in Greece, but it was his brother at the time that was causing trouble. His brother kept poking his head in. You got to stop with the family thing, man. Honestly, you need to. It angers me. The whole thing angers me. This fan base, it's getting worse and worse and worse, and they're getting angrier and angrier and angrier, which means to me that they think they might be wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get Shri on the call too, and then we'll go to Vibe.
I'm going to try and figure out my camera.
You guys got to help me out in pronunciations, but let's get Shri first. Shri, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? Tell me what's on your mind.
What are we talking about? We're talking about Bruno out.
Kobbie and Bruno, man. I don't want to say Bruno out, but
Bruno
yeah,
out long term. Yeah. Yeah, I
So
think I'm with Nelson on this. It's like it's you cannot be like scared of like what it looks like when like the heart and soul of the team, Bruno, right, is not here anymore. I think
yeah,
like I think it was during the summer I was in the sell Bruno camp because he was at the highest value, and it's not like we are going to win the league this year. We knew that we are going into a rebuild, and you cannot be afraid to commit to the rebuild. You know, like keeping Bruno is hinders that. You know, like you could say like then what about Casemiro? It's like Casemiro cannot be moved, right? We just have to run his contract down. But but we haven't done it. Like I appreciate Bruno a lot. He has done like if he wasn't playing for us, like we would be in a much horrible position, and that would have also like accelerated the rebuild. But anyways, you cannot be afraid of the rebuild. It's like my main issue with like how we have conducted it.
yep,
Our business over the past. We have always gone for like the one fix. This guy is going to save us. Pogba is going to save us. Varane is going to save us. That is not going to fix any problems. You have to face the reality and like do the work. You have to go through the pain. You know.
yeah. No, that's a great point. Going through the pain is, I think, what our fan base is not used to living through. I mean, we went through some pain last season, and they wanted to. I'm gonna mute you real quick just because I can hear a lot of reverb. But I totally. I'm gonna unmute you again so we can hear a little bit more from you.
I think
Marcus
it's
and
Marcus. Yeah.
Toby.
I think that's
Yeah,
not me. Yeah.
I think it was Marcus. Yeah, Marcus and Toby. I'm actually gonna let you guys go because there's two guys waiting in the lobby to come in. I need some room for them. Thank you so much for coming on, Toby. Thank you for joining me, Marcus. Always a pleasure. And hopefully we'll see you guys again on future shows. Uh, but I gotta get two other guys in. But I think what Shri was saying is basically the truth. Like basically that our fan base. This is a problem I've had with our fan base for a while. Our fan base just doesn't know how to go through pain and come out the other end. It's like our fan base is the type of fan base that, how do I put this? If I
Used
was
to
gonna go
success.
on, yeah, if I was gonna go on some sort of um, diet workout program, our fan base wouldn't make it through the first month. You know when you're at the most sore that you can be, when the muscles hurt, when the diet tastes like crap, everything tastes like watered down vegetables. Our fan base wouldn't be able to make it through that month, and then they'd go right back to eating bad foods and you know what I mean, and putting on the weight again. The problem is, guys, anytime you're making a change, the first evolution of that change, the first cycle of that change. Sometimes that cycle only lasts 2 months. Sometimes the cycle lasts 2 years. But that first cycle is the hardest part. And we went through that for the last half of last season. That's what the last half of last season was, where we just lost game after game after game. And you can see how crazy the fan base got. This manager is not good enough. Everything. Enios doesn't know what they're doing. It was all kinds of talk. And now you're starting to see us moving in the right direction, and it's still not good enough for our fan base. It's made me come to a point where I go, okay, I can't really listen to the fan base. I really can't, because I just don't see how that like gets us anywhere. I don't see how it's productive.
Even
And go ahead.
sorry, Samex.
Yeah,
Like,
go ahead. Go ahead.
even like the most realistic, like fans who are like content creators, let's say, who have like predicted like 7, 8 as like the realistic position where we would end up, they are still complaining about like sixth. So like I don't know what the thinking is. It's kind of like they see that we have like lost a couple of chances to go second, or like we should be in fourth, right? Like, at least because like we've lost like 7 points at home recently, and like they're like reacting to what's in front of them, but like their own prediction was like we are gonna be eighth. right? Like before the season started, we're going to be eighth or ninth. Was like the realistic prediction that like as a calm, like a like a educated prediction that someone would make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I say something, Sumix?
Please do.
I'm a merchant of chaos, Shri. You don't know this, but so when it comes, I actually thought we were going to finish eighth, but looking at how some people say the league is competitive this season, I actually think the opposite. I
It's
think
not,
the league
yeah.
is
It's not.
actually weak this season.
Yeah.
So I adjusted, and I thought we were going to finish eighth, assuming Liverpool are going to be good, City are going to be good, Arsenal are going to be good,
Right.
and all the other teams that are above us were still going to be good. I changed my adjustments, and I said I honestly think this team can finish top 4. I honestly do.
No, it's
But
not.
but I'll say why. I'll say no. I know it's deluded, but it's
No,
also
it's not.
because
It's not. I was gonna
Okay.
say. I was gonna support your point. It's like.
Oh, okay.
It's okay to like. It's okay to think like that because like at the end of the season, there is no guarantee that we would be sixth.
No.
We could be 12th. Like if we lose the next 2 games, we would be 12th probably, right? Like, I don't mind like, like, reacting, and like changing our expectations, right, as
Yeah.
it goes along. But we have seen that like we cannot like win at home, right? Like we cannot consistently win at home, and there is like if you cannot win at home, there is no hopes of finishing 4th. Like if like if like I have like one complaint, it's like we have to win at home. Like that's like this has been happening for like a really long time, right? Like this has been happening since I don't know, since Moyes, right? We have to get it back. Like that's the one thing I want to fix over like any issue, really, because it's like taking care of results at home against the bad teams would fix a lot of issues.
Yeah, I agree. Shri, thank you. I want to get Vibe Have in.
Thanks, guys.
And somebody's got a Vibe Have. Maybe you can teach me how to pronounce that.
Yeah, you. Am I audible?
Yeah, but do me a favor. Like, make sure you're not watching too loud. You should have headphones on, to be honest, because we're hearing you.
Yeah, I have headphone right now.
Okay. So, how do I pronounce your name?
Yeah. So you pronounce it correctly. It's Vaibhav.
Vibe
Yeah.
Have.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Hello. Okay, tell
Yeah.
us what you think about Kobbie Mainoo, Bruno Fernandes, or anything else.
Yeah. Regarding Bruno, I'm in between whether he should be in or out. I'm not completely sure because the numbers that he provided on the pitch, like the chances that he created, there's no one in the current world who can do that. But yeah, on the other aspect where we can consider like as defensive aspect of the ball, yeah, there is a massive improvement needed. If we consider Casemiro along with him, then it's never gonna work. We won't win any major cup with that combination. Uh, yeah, so like it's still here and there we cannot replace Bruno completely. I might keep him, but if he leaves, yeah, there would be a better player, but a more defensive minded player who can provide us in more defense areas, which Bruno and Casemiro both lacks. I'm sorry. Um, the one of the reason why we struggle is because they're both defensive pairing. If we have, but if we remove Bruno, then who is going to provide us numbers? So yeah, Mbumo can, Ahmad can, collectively, yeah, they both can, all of them can, but if he is there on and off, like not, he doesn't start each and every games, comes here after some time, 60 minutes, where the opposition players are tired, they're not that leggy. In that cases, yeah, he can create chances out of nowhere. We have seen this years and years he's been doing that. And also, if we see Bruno carefully, around 80 minutes he has started slowing down. He isn't being that he can't run that much now. He's getting exhausted. We haven't seen this from last until now. He has been, we have overused him, just like we can say Rooney. We have overused Rooney, and he at the end of the career he was not that the Rooney that we know. So that's my take on Bruno. And Maino, I'm shocked to be honest. What has happened in this year? Because in this first season, when we saw his debut against Everton, against Liverpool, he was the CDM for us, and he handled the situation very calmly. He was not panicking, nothing like that. So yeah, he has that traits. He just needs to calm his mind down. I think so. I have a speculation here. Tuchel has said something in his ears, and that's why he's being acting something weird. But I would one thing I would definitely tell to Mainu is like, keep your head down, look approach to the elderly or the aged elder players like Maguire, who has turned the table completely around it. Fans have started backing him. This is He's still 20 years old, so yeah, we can understand. Yeah, there are lots of learning to him, but man, you need to just calm down. Everything will be bright.
Yeah. I gotta mute you because there's an echo every time I talk. I'm sorry, man. I thought, I'm not sure if your headphones are working. Let's see. Okay, so Nelson, he said that we get better with Bruno leaving because we'll have a little bit more defensive, probably a more defensive player coming in, right? And I think that's what me and you are talking about, is bringing in two players instead of Casemiro and Bruno that can go, box to box, one a little bit more of a 6, one a little bit more of an 8, but both of them have defensive tendencies, one more than the other. So do you agree with Vipav there? Is that is what we're looking to do?
Yeah, that is what we're looking to do. I don't think we immediately get better. I know Ed's here. I can't wait to hear what Ed says.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Ed next, actually, right after. Right. Ed, go ahead and jump in as soon as Nelson is done.
Yeah, no, I'd actually like to hear what Ed says immediately. Yeah.
All right. So in the club right now, you have one captain and only
That's so
one
loud.
person that can be captain,
Yeah.
and that's Bruno. Everybody else is a kid. Everybody else is not really. Their head's not really in the game. I think Bruno still could give us 3 good years, no matter what. And like the other guy said, was it Vibe have? There's literally nobody that could do for us what he does for us. And you got to remember his work rate and the 90 minutes he puts in every single game. There is no price tag for that. You have guys like, look, Liverpool just bought Isaac. Isaac hasn't played a full 90 minutes. Well, statistically speaking, right? The guy is done after 70 minutes. And he's a striker. And we have a center mid that's up and down the pitch, that's creating chances, that's doing everything. You're trying to buy somebody to do all that when you already have somebody that does that. And we're taking it for granted. Remember, Bruno's been a part of United in some of the worst United teams. And he's carried the team. He's never once said, hey, I need help, I need this, I need that. He's never once put the club in a bad light. Ever. No matter what piece of shit pieces we put around him, never. We bring in Casemiro, who's, he's a great player, but his legs are gone. And we're talking about we want 2 defensive-minded. I think if we got 2 defensive-minded midfielders, we would be in big trouble going forward, in my opinion. Because look at even some of the goals he's... like, remember when it was the Cunha goal where he passed it behind him and he slipped and Bruno still got up and sliding tackle scored? That's your CM. That wasn't Mbumo. That wasn't, your left wing back or your right wing back. So if you could find me a player that you could get for, let's say, 60 million that could do what Bruno does right now in world football, sure, I'll take it. But until you find that, Bruno cannot leave this club. The only way he leaves is on his own terms. If an offer comes in where it's life-changing money for him and his family, where he's making 700 to $1 million a week, and we're getting 80 to 100 million, and he says, "Hey guys, I want to go," you let him leave on his own terms.
I think he'll be leaving this summer. I
Yeah.
don't think it'll take that much. But let me get Be Cool and Be Cool. What do you got to say, man? Be Cool, you there?
Mix. I don't know if.
Hold on. I gotta turn you down a little. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I don't know if this time the sound is better
It's really
than
loud,
last
man.
time.
It's good. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
maybe
when
move
you're
the-
doing interrogation and you're like waterboarding. If they play
Yeah,
this in
yeah,
the
like,
ears,
I'm
they'll
ready
get
to
whatever
give you-
information they need.
Yeah, I'm
So
ready
it's
to give you my
super
loud.
wallet, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like,
Anything you want.
I'm
But I
sorry,
also
I'm on
wanna-
my phone.
It's
Move-
not the
move
volume.
the
It's the
mic
quality
away
of the
from
words
your
you have to
mouth a little
say.
bit.
So
Like move the
I'm
mic
interested.
away from your mouth if you don't mind. Move the microphone away from your mouth
So-
a little bit.
So I feel that, as I've already said this, I believe you are seeing it from the wrong perspective.
Thank you.
When you have a good player, you get good players around that good player. You need people that must learn to assume the game, must learn to become leaders. What
Hold on one
Ruben
second. Hold
doesn't
on.
want.
Hold on. 1 second. Time out. I understand what you're saying, but here's my challenge. Before you go, because I know where you're going with this. Okay.
No,
You have a good
you
player,
don't know.
Hold on. Be cool. Wait a second, man. You got a good player. You got to surround him with good players. I agree, but we're on a budget. How do we do that on a budget? Now you can talk.
We're not on a budget, Semix.
I'm gonna
This
tell
is
you right
this is
now.
this
we're
is
not
signal.
paying-
No, this is noise.
We're not.
No.
We're not paying
because
those wages though. We're not paying.
it
those
doesn't matter
wages.
about the wages. If you're trying, if you're trying to fix a project and you're trying to get the marquee players at the height of their prime, that's not a project. A project is identifying upward value, upward trajectory, and getting it at a good price. So the value of the club and the status of the club appreciates at the same rate. When you have the best talent already bought into the project and accepting of his role, of his diminished positional authority, moving back into the 8 role, you either accept it and be grateful for it, or you show that, like many of the fan base are, you're spoiled and entitled, thinking that you deserve to have the pick of the litter at your Pedris or whatever world football player that you believe is going to come into this shit show. Sorry, no way. You guys don't get it.
That's not my perspective.
Oh, but that's
my
mine. Sorry,
perspective is the following. How did Pep resolve his first problems when he got to the EPL? How did
Change the whole
Klopp
team.
resolve?
He spent $1 billion.
No. What
Yeah.
was the key? What was the key point to stop bleeding goals? What was Klopp's key point to stop bleeding goals? It was the same.
The goalkeeper.
Inhalers.
Pep went after Ruben
Inhalers.
Dias.
Inhalers. That's a good
Klopp
one.
Klopp went after Van Dijk. You have to have a leading, dominant center back.
Yep.
Without that, you'll keep on bleeding goals. You can have the best midfield.
Yep.
You are going to suffer goal. People
I can't
start
argue.
playing.
Like, there's no argument there. Like,
People
yes.
start playing over your midfield with long balls, with set pieces. And what will the midfield do to avoid that? You have to have to be consistent in your defense. You have to have a top goalkeeper and a top center back.
Wait,
And if
so
you
are
see
saying,
the most successful teams of Sir Alex, you always had an experienced goalkeeper
you can't
and experienced center backs.
Be cool. You can't do that because in the most successful teams of Sir Alex, every single position was amazing. Like there was no, you can't say he had the best goalkeeper. Yeah, he also had the best midfielder, the best winger, the best striker, he had everything. So somebody else can counter argue and say something else, right? But my point is this. So are you saying that your priority would be a center back over a midfielder right now, this second?
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that.
I'm in total
That should
agreement.
be. And the league is good, but is not that good.
Be cool.
He's
Who
not
would you
that
go for?
good.
You
Which
know
centre
what?
back would you go for?
Yeah.
I cannot give you a name at the moment.
Can I proffer some?
Yeah, I could give you a
Because,
couple.
yeah, we could give you
Please.
a few.
Give me them.
Nico Schlotterbeck would immediately raise our profile to top 3 contending.
Rudiger would come in.
Rudiger would come in.
You would take
We would take
Rudiger from
over
Real Madrid.
So if you had
I wouldn't
Rudiger
take
instead
Rudiger.
of if you had Rudiger
Rudiger
instead,
doesn't know how to read a game.
At
It
Okay, one
doesn't
second.
matter.
Okay.
He's a
second.
shithouser. We need a
One second.
shithouser.
1 second. Okay, let's not piggyback. You need one controller, one actual somebody that has understanding of passing progression and when to slot into the midfield. Okay, you can mold that into one of the players that Amram used as Sporting. You had Zeno de Bast, who has extremely good on the ball presence, good progression. You have Diomande. Honestly, any Diomande in world football,
You know
I
who
will
was
take.
the key player? Sean, do you know who was the key player as a center back for Ruben most of the years?
Inacio?
No, Coates.
No. Which one?
He played for Liverpool. He
Sorry,
was
who-
the big center back that was.
Sebastian
Mate.
Cortes.
Oh no, Cortes. Sorry, Seb Cortes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, this is you know this is the best part is this is like a trivia for us because I'm
Yeah.
like
Wait,
shoot, Sporting,
could you say his name
Liverpool. Yeah.
What? How do you say his
Okay,
name?
coach, whatever you want.
Okay.
I would call him Coates. It doesn't
Coates.
matter.
No.
Because he helped the kids with the leadership,
Yeah.
with the strong presence, with an imposing figure. Because the kids are going to make mistakes. They are young. They need to learn. They need to play, and they need to make mistakes.
Yeah.
That's
But
how
here-
they are going to evolve.
Here's the
But
problem.
you have to have someone that takes the mantle in the defense and is there to avoid that those mistakes have consequences.
Listen, Sergio Ramos is on the market. I'm just.
Oh
saying.
my god.
No.
Oh my
No.
god.
No.
You've read my mind.
No.
You've read
Saying-
my mind.
You need to bring somebody in that's gonna let Lenny Euro know, hey, mother effer, you should have got stuck in that tackle. I don't care if you took the yellow. Nobody is scared of our defense. Nobody cares about our defense. Evan Nielsen, all
soft.
these strikers, because our guys don't put like Aiden Heaven and Lenny Euro can't play together.
No.
In my
We
opinion.
have to have a center back that in the first minute gets near their striker and
Exactly what I'm
just
saying.
gives him
A push, a nudge, let him know you're
Isn't
there.
that
So next
isn't
time,
that
yeah.
that's Ramos. That's Rudiger.
isn't that yeah? But isn't that Licha?
No, well, he's
Licha
not
what?
available.
Licha's
One
5'7".
and two. I'm tired of this conversion of fullbacks into our center defense. He didn't do that at Sporting. He had pretty intimidating looking players compared to the average height of the rest of the league. I know Portugal has a lower height.
Yeah.
So that's my issue
Coach
too.
was
But-
6'5".
He's 6'6". He's tall.
6'6".
But here's the thing. I'm not talking about the system or whatever we're playing. I'm talking about either an angry Balkan, an angry Bulgarian,
Angry motherfucker.
somebody that doesn't give a
Oh.
shit about the ball.
Sorry, Cimex.
Oh,
That's so good. Hey,
But
you
we don't
wanted
I'm glad
fireworks?
I didn't monetize this video, so I think we're good.
You wanted fireworks? You give us be cool. You get fireworks.
I'm being honest with you. I'm staying quiet because I'm loving this whole argument. For me, right when I wanted to wrap up the show, because I promised Andy we would wrap up and in time to go to his, I'm like, this is the best part. So and I'm loving every minute. And by the way, guys were telling me my volume's too low. Please let me know in the chat if my volume's better. But Ed, please keep going.
Just give me somebody that when the striker's about to receive the ball, he turns his head and checks where my center back is. Not just sitting there, concentrated on the ball, taking whatever type of touch he wants like it's FIFA Street. No, I need these strikers to be scared of somebody being on their heels, somebody that's going to clip at them, somebody that's going to grab their bollocks on a corner. I need the shithouser.
And then two, this is my
Someone
also
that's
thing.
going to put the finger inside their ass.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe
Bro,
two.
be cool. Be cool. Wait. Time out.
Different.
Be cool. We gotta stop with the MFers and the fingers up the. You know what? Like we gotta. Guy.
All right, here. Let me help. Somebody
I'm
that's
not-
gonna give them a prostate exam mid-game.
That's yeah.
Somebody's
that
gonna
actually
pull
worked.
dislocate their shoulder
No,
and then have them
Simic,
on
sorry
a
for,
you know.
for the graphic
You're
language.
good. You're good. Be cool. No, but this is also my question. So all of this kind of like turmoil around the club, and I want Nelson to address this because as a Kobbie Mainoo supporter, and I know contextually where you stand. Oh, this isn't like some adversarial thing.
Just to let you know something. In Portugal, we call those players that have a knife in their how do you say?
Oh no, I don't even want to know in there what man. Please.
It's what the woman use with the.
No. Stop. Okay, be cool, again.
Be cool. I love that guy.
Be cool just got muted. He's getting muted for 5 seconds. He's got to think about.
No, okay, Nelson. This is what I was gonna say. So, I think, like we said, the club kind of made this like, and we saw Amron just say it in the presser. They made this idea that, academy is just gonna be through. They got entitled. They got expected. Hey, we saw what Garna did. We saw what Rashford did. We saw what all these players. They got their spotlight. Club used them. But it's like you didn't even give Ruben the chance to alter the formation to even give him the possibility of being more supported. So it's like, and two, like, dude, he's saying Kobbie is a Bruno's replacement. We both know he's not. The only spots that he's gonna be good in are the 10s. Anybody with a brain can see that. We can see that. And I think that's part of like that little guile and tactical nous that Ruben's showing and saying, hey, you guys want Kobbie? Here you go. We were up 3 points. We lose the control in the midfield. Of course, you could say the system is not supposed to have someone like Kobbie there, but who else was he going to put in? You know?
Can I just add in? I'm sick of the Kobbie talk. Let him do the talking on the pitch. If he's not going to do the talking off the pitch, let him talk as much as he wants off the pitch. I would fine him for every single social media post he posts. I would tell him you cannot post on social media. Enough of the fashion.
That's Fergie.
Listen, modern day football, I hate these fashion. What did he wear to the stadium? The Labubu's, the this, the that.
So no Jules Kound? You don't want his Jules Kound?
Hell no. Jules Kound's not a footballer. He's a model. These guys are trying to be models and Instagrammers before footballers, and I hate it. And
It's
listen,
the global sport these
like
days.
this,
They all have a brand.
Gattuso. What is Gattuso known for? He's not known for his football. He's known for being an asshole on the pitch, for getting his teammates. They called him the Bulldog for a reason. He was biting at people's ankles. We have nobody like that. Nobody is biting at anybody's ankles.
Yeah, and we do. It's just Ugarte, but he's biting at his own.
Well, he does it on accident. That's the thing. He tries to do the right thing and then screws
He's
it
the
up,
number
so.
one in per 90 tackles and interceptions, but I think that's also counting what he's intercepting his own feet. He is the most. I hope Ineos cut the cord on him, like they say they're going to do on others.
No, they also got to cut. Hey, listen, sell Kobbie to whoever wants to buy him. Bring in an actual footballer. I'm sick of the half turns, like I said.
So this is my perception. It's like we all point at Bruno. Oh, Bruno this, Bruno that. Dude, if you're a serious club, you get the most out of Bruno. So we're just not a serious club right now.
We're getting the most out of Bruno as much as we can.
Yeah.
To play that many minutes with how much ground he covers is who else is going to do it at that level?
Yeah, Tactical Devils.
I'd like to make a question to Nelson and Simic, which is, how do you feel that Bruno played against Bournemouth? Did the team was so dependent on him?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they were dependent on him in the Bournemouth game. Most of our attacks were primarily from the width. You saw it was Ahmad carrying us in the first, because in the 30 minutes, I think Ahmad was our most important player, for sure.
100%, 100%. Ahmad and Mason Mount. If both the guys that were out
pressing
wide,
triggers, unbelievable.
Yeah,
in
Mason
that
Mount.
First 20, that was
Ahmad and Mason Mount were the most important players in that game. The thing about in that game, if you want me to talk about Bruno, because I think that's why Be Cool, you brought that up. If you want me to talk about Bruno, the way that game was going, I would have rather had an Elliot Anderson or a Baleba type in that Bruno position to help out off the ball. Because the rest of the team was running the patterns correctly. Everybody was doing their jobs pretty well. If Mbumo was on his game that game, we would have scored 6 or 7 goals.
Yeah.
But he was.
So you
even
see,
though
the team,
hold on, even
Samik, so you see, the team can play without depending too much on Bruno. The problem that we have is that our defenders don't know to defend the space and don't know to delay the attackers until we got more numbers behind. That's what the defenders should learn.
I have to jump in.
How to delay.
Talking like, how much did Bruno help us in the war? It's like going to war and only bringing 30 bullets. I'll only need 30 bullets. What are we talking about? How much did Bruno do? Like, what is this? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You bring your best player. You bring your best player to every game.
I think what he's referencing is the fact that it's not our attack that was the issue. In this case, it was the defense that was the issue.
Yeah,
and
I
if
think
we had better defenders, we would be in a much more.
The defense is the biggest issue. That's all. And you know what else is a biggest issue? When that ball goes in on the right flank or left flank against us. I know some of the goals did come through the middle, but we did lose the ball on the flank in the first the Semenyo goal.
Yeah.
Last night, Sean knows I was analyzing a lot of what Villa does, and guess what they do? They attack the side that is our weakest side right now.
Yeah.
And guess who's their player that's bombing down those flanks?
It's Matty Cash.
Matty Cash, baby.
Time.
Matty Cash.
Who's gonna be playing on our left during the Villa game?
So we hope it's Licha. We hope, but if it's Shaw,
no, I hope it isn't.
Can't be Licha, man. Licha's
it
been
can't
poor.
be Licha.
He's been bad since he came.
He's been poor.
I 100%.
Well, not only that, I don't think Licha gets his first start this Sunday. I just don't think that's. Maybe it's Licha for the last 20 minutes.
Doesn't have rhythm. He doesn't have pace. He doesn't have that special thing to move when it's needed. I coach kids, and one of my kids would never allow Semenyo to score that first game. What Aiden Evan do is not to know what is to be a center back. You always have to be between the ball and your goal. That's defending basic 101. And that it doesn't surprise me because he was a midfielder.
Yeah.
I think someone had said that there's a possibility Heaven goes up to midfield.
People have been shouting that out. I just don't even see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
There's only one person that's not gonna get cooked on that side, and it is Dorgu, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But he's obviously not gonna provide anything in the attack. But if you do not want to concede more than 3 goals, Dorgu
you have to play.
Paper Talk has already said we're thinking about shifting him. Sorry, Semix.
No, go ahead.
No, that's what I just read, that we might have put Dorgu out a little bit too early, and we're looking in January potentially at loans. So we're getting to a point where I hope, for the sake of the betterment of our club, that we identify, hey, we've given these guys enough of a run out. We either go let them cultivate in a better environment and bring up some more ready players in, more in that 24, 25, 26 range, rather than being forced to talk about, are we going to use Heaven and Yoro and Dorgu, who has no brain in the final third, God bless his heart. He's just not ready to do that right now.
Listen, there's one guy that could come in and instantly make our team way better, and he doesn't cost a lot of money, and that is David Raum.
I'd be better with DeMarco.
Okay, but you're going to pay a lot of money for DeMarco.
40 million tops.
Yeah, but you get Raum for like.
Isn't Raum in Bundesliga?
Yeah.
Hey, don't no Bundesliga. Listen here. Listen here. I almost said something that I shouldn't. I'm gonna mute real quick.
For the better, hey, he be cooled himself.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the Aston Villa game, and we'll wrap it up, and we'll go to Andy's footy with an edge, and then we'll take the conversation over there and start yelling at them.
Good.
Be cool. If you do go over there, I need to hear over there on that channel too about women's whatever you were talking about. Okay, it's not just
No. That's
to
just the
know
settings
the number.
experience. That's the settings experience.
Don't just get me banned. I mean, get all of us. The whole Three Devils. Get us all
Oh.
banned if you're gonna ban us. So okay, Aston Villa game. I have a feeling that'll be Delo on the right and Dorgu on the left.
Mhm.
Everybody here consensus?
It
No.
could be
Hello.
inverse,
Inverse.
but I think
Or the
inverse
reverse.
will.
Or the reverse. Fine.
Yeah.
Or the reverse.
I'd
Be
be
cool.
happier
Is that-
with the inverse.
Is
Yeah,
that why
cool.
you said no? Be
Yeah,
cool
the
because you were
reverse.
the reverse. Okay.
Yeah, the
So
reverse.
okay. So you think
Well,
that he wants to keep the low on the left, which means he's asking the low to do what he did in the Bournemouth game, which is cut back to his right foot and then send a cross in. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. That's what we are
We've
saying.
unfortunately
And
we've
that's
shown we're
what-
much better with that type of cross than we are from the outside.
And
No, it's
probably
fine.
that's what he's going to do with Dorgu.
Yep.
Okay.
The
Okay.
in-swingers.
Yep.
The in-swingers, yeah.
Are a lot more dangerous for everybody. Because even if they miss it, it could still potentially just bounce and go in.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which is
It's
fine.
not how I
That-
prefer it, and that's not how I think Amram would either. I think he's much better having more,
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of forced to.
what he's got, right? But what he's got. But that's why I was thinking maybe he puts the low back on the right and Dorgu on the left because Dorgu's left.
Ideal world, I'm with you, Semix, but I think with the reality calls, that's like you gotta deal with what he's got.
Okay, so then are we saying front three is going to be Ahmad? Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
not
no,
Ahmad.
no.
Sorry, not Ahmad. Cunha, Sheshko, Mount. Is that where we're
Yeah.
going with that?
Has to be.
Definitely Sheshko.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Okay, so
Just have a doubt between Sesko and Xerxes.
I don't think Xerxes plays that game.
I don't think Xerxes. I don't think he's
He-
created enough
because
good
he
favor.
brought because he put Sheshko in the last game and not Xerxes in the Bournemouth game when he could have made substitutions. I'm thinking he wanted Sheshko to get some minutes under his legs. That's just my opinion.
Also, Xerxes has another game that day. He's playing an under 21 game.
Okay. And then center mid, Casemiro being suspended.
Mhm.
We all know Bruno's starting. Who's
Yeah.
starting next to Bruno?
Garte.
Mainoo.
I think he's gonna give Mainoo a shout, to be honest, as well. Unfortunately, but it might have. It's gonna be Ugarte. I
It's
don't
gonna
see
be
You know
it.
what, too?
Yeah, it has to
Okay,
be.
so this is how I think, and I think this will be the litmus test for how the rest of this December is going to go until January. If he gives Mainoo his start, I think we're going to get the media cycle about how things are patched, different formations, going to help him. He's going to see more of himself in the team. If he doesn't start, I think he's good as gone in
No.
January.
I think he's gone. I think at this point he's good as gone. I think if we were here, because the leaks that came out said he was playing we've been training a 4-3-3,
Yeah.
and I think the argument was Bruno, Cass, and Mainoo.
Yeah.
But now that that's not a conversation, I think it's going to be Ugarte and Bruno for sure.
I mean, for
We
his
might-
betterment, he needs to go.
So,
He
Well,
needs to
we're
be-
gonna go down 3-0, and then he's gonna put Kobbie in.
Yeah.
so my
That's exactly what's gonna
point
happen.
my point is that he's going to use he's going to use Mainoo because Amorim has been very cautious with not evaluating Mainoo. He always says he trains well. He has
He does.
place to start. Most of the times he picks him before picking Ugarte, and I believe he's going to pick Mainoo, and it's going to be a test. Either the team
That's what I'm
works
saying.
while he's playing, or if the team doesn't work, he's shown the board that there is not much space for Mainoo.
I think that if he picks Mainoo, you're going to see a lot more of the 4-4-2 and the 4-3-3 tomorrow, because you're going to ask one of the backs to step into the midfield a lot more often. And that's why I don't know if it's going to be Ugarte or Mainoo. I think that maybe we've been working on the 4-3-3 formation in game, or the 4-4-2 for that matter, is because he's basically preparing for a life where Mainoo and Bruno can play together. Yeah. That could be wishful thinking on my end. I might be completely wrong. But I also fear that that's what he's going to do at the same time. And I'll explain why. It's easier to change into that formation when Ahmad's on the pitch. Without Ahmad to change into that formation, you're asking either Dorgu or what's his name, Delo, to do something I don't know if they're comfortable doing, which is playing more of a midfielder role instead of a back, a fullback.
I have
more. Yeah, you have the Lecce precedent with Dorgu, and I have a lot more faith in Delo than what we've seen. Like, honestly, I think he's been scapegoated so hard. He's also made himself a scapegoat. No, I think he's been scapegoated. Like, no, but what I'm saying is, like, okay, ideally, he's not the perfect left wing back, but he's had a couple, good run of games. He's got a good run of games to understand now how to not royally mess it up. So I think he's now, it's been a little bit more kind of like teething period for him to understand that he's not going to be, I hope so, he's not going to be the reason that we lose. And for defensive stability and rigidity, you don't want Matty Cash bombing down that side with someone like a Dorgu, who he's good defensively, but if he's going to be our only attacking final third option, if he's taking that Ahmad role, then you need Dalo to kind of tuck in a little bit, give him more rigidity in that four at the back.
You kind of want it, to be honest. Let them have that low IQ attack and defense on that side against each other.
Yes.
Because, I mean, it's like for like, right? Just two low IQ footballers.
And you know what, too? If it's a game of chaos versus chaos, I back us, actually. I really do. I think we're a team that excels in chaos.
Not against Aston Villa.
Matty Cash is way more technically sound than Dorgu.
Yeah. At this point, yes. Yeah. And also, like, they've only been scoring bangers. Like, if we go
I hope to God that it all comes crashing down for them. But I just think this is where all the XG people and all the statisticians, they might just be like, well, then just watch what Aston Villa did, you know? Yeah. So I get that. I'm totally
Guys, I just want to say that if you're trying to join in, I see somebody in the lobby waiting to join in. I'm sorry. I'm trying to wrap it up so we can all go to Footy with the Nedges live. So I'm not adding anyone else in. I just want to talk more about who's starting in defense, and then we're just going to wrap it up. So I'm so sorry if you're waiting in the lobby to get in. Hopefully I'm going to do this every Friday. Next Friday is actually going to be a watch along for the game, and then we're going to do one of these right after the game.
Awesome.
So be here for the watch along for next Friday's game after Christmas, and then we'll do another one of these. And Silka Bonyi, who's waiting in the Sika Bonyi, I'm really bad with names. Who's waiting in the lobby? I'm so sorry, man. And then hopefully you'll come back on next Friday. Okay, guys, who's starting as the pair center backs? I mean, is it just going to be the two young guys again because everyone else is injured, or is Leacha going to get in the middle?
So Delict and Maguire are injured. I'm hoping for a little bit of stability. I think, unfortunately, Leach is our best center back. I would trust Yoro more than Heaven at this moment. Maybe Leacha, you sub him out later on. Hopefully, Heaven has less time to mess things up at the end of the game. And then left center back, Shaw.
I mean, they both mess things up. I'm not going to hold them.
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
You know what's crazy? I actually prefer, and I know they've been shit, apologies, but I think I would take Heaven, Yoro, and Shaw by Lisandro. Every time he's come back, I haven't seen
I'm with Nelson.
Yeah,
I'm with you. No, hey, I understand. I get it.
I would actually play Luke Shaw in the middle.
Oh.
No.
That
might protect him.
Concentration.
That might protect him, though. The center back in this is that might protect him. He's
That's
very
what I
good
would do
technically.
personally.
He's good progressive. That's actually a better shout than what I was thinking. But I don't know. I think Amram likes to go to tried and true. He doesn't like to experiment in games like this. So I wouldn't expect that much variance.
I think it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
I think
great
that's
stream,
it,
though.
guys. Yeah,
Great
that's
stream.
it, guys.
That was
Thank you
fun.
so
Got
much.
me off my seat.
Let's. I love the arguments, man. That's what I live for. So when you guys watch the Three Devils and you see me arguing or getting loud with the other two guys, know that it's with love. I don't do that because I disrespect them in any way. So don't get in the comments heated because I heated you up. I love those guys and I appreciate their opinions. It's just the way Armenians argue. I think Shant will tell you that. As soon as Shant got on today's stream, you saw it come out of him, and I was like, "Oh, he is Armenian."
Nelson gets that out of me though. That's the thing. And I love that guy to death, but he gets me going. You can see my face going red, steam coming out. But anyways, Settings, thanks for the stream, man.
Thanks for the stream. I'm gonna go jump on with Be Cool to see the woman with the knife. What do you
All right, let's go to Andy's